I also know that for football fans, and this weekend in particular, perhaps for Celtic and Rangers fans, that temptation might be even greater. Tomorrow, of course, sees the first of these Glasgow derbies to be played without fans in the stadium. Of course, it's also taking place at a time when we have additional restrictions on household visits and hospitality. So with that in mind, I want to underline a few key points ahead of the match, and I should say that both clubs and the SPFL are also emphasising these points to supporters, and I'm very grateful to them for that. The first thing to say is that you mustn't go round to somebody else's house to watch the match. None of us, not just football supporters, but none of us should be going into each other's homes at the moment unless it is for an essential purpose, such as childcare or looking after a vulnerable person. And I'm afraid, and I know that this statement is possibly a controversial one in Scotland, I readily acknowledge that. I'm afraid that watching football, no matter how essential I know it might feel to some, does not fall into that essential category. In addition, people should not be gathering outside or around the stadium. There will be nothing to see there, so there is no point at all in turning up. And finally, please don't travel in order to try to watch the match. I know there might be a temptation to try and get around local or national restrictions in this way, but it is really important that you don't do that. In general, right now, people in the Central Belt should be avoiding travel to other parts of Scotland, and all of us should be avoiding travelling to areas in England that have high infection levels. So please don't travel to other parts of Scotland or across the border just in an attempt to watch the match in a pub. It's really not worth the risk. You will be helping hasten the day when we can all watch and enjoy the things we love doing, whether that's football or the many other things that we find ourselves not able to do normally right now.